like we were just talking about with Pat, it's been kind of a journey for you as well, you know, coming in sort of midway through the year, coming off of injury. How would you describe it, looking at the whole season now, especially with this moment to maybe not the capper, but especially with this baked in? How would you describe the 2024 season for you?
Yeah, I mean, not really looking backwards, you know. There's been a lot of stuff that's gone over the years, but that doesn't mean the work stops. You got to keep going, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep getting better. So as for your question, I just show up every day ready to compete and do whatever I got to do and help the team win in whatever ways are possible. So, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I'm just happy to be here. I'm grateful, thankful. Come back out here and do it again tomorrow.
Go fourth row to the right.
For Jackson, it doesn't seem like the postseason, the pressure that's getting to you at all. Obviously, the way you're performing. Just where does that confidence come from, and how do you manage to maintain your poise and keep from feeling nervous in those situations?
No se siente como la presión de los playoffs, te ha afectado. ¿Cómo tú mantienes esa confianza y mantener a tú mismo calmado durante el juego?
No, la verdad que la presión siempre va a estar. Pienso que uno tiene que saber cómo controlarla, uno tiene que saber lo que es como jugador y nada, controlarse, solamente vivir el momento y seguir jugando, dándolo todo.
Yeah, you know, the pressure's always going to be there, and so, you know, as a player, our job is to just control it the best way possible, and so it's to go out there and you know, find the moments where we can control it and just keep going out there and doing what we do.
First row to the right.
Jackson, how does that eighth inning from you guys just describe the overall year, the mindset of this team that you guys have?
¿Cómo el octavo puede describir el año entero que nosotros hemos tenido?
La verdad que un año muy bueno, un año increíble, por así decirlo, de mi parte y tanto de todos los muchachos. La verdad que hemos hecho un buen trabajo y hoy se vio el fruto de todo eso.
Yeah, you know, it's just been an incredible year. There's not a whole lot much more to say other than that. It's been an incredible year for everyone, for all the guys in that clubhouse, and I think we saw the fruits that were bared from that.
Third row to the right, Tyler.
I have two for Garrett. First of all, when you come into the game as a pinch runner and kind of everybody's like, he's going to go, and you get thrown out, how do you move on from that? How do you stop from dwelling on that and just hope for another opportunity?
There's 27 outs. Game ain't over yet, you know? When you look at situations like that, right, it's like, even if the whole world knows that you're going, things happen. It was a great throw. It was a great throw. It was right on my hand, so there's not much I could have done looking back at it. But I got back in the dugout. Everyone gave me a smack on the butt, said, keep going. Without words, I looked at Murph looked at me, smiled, and we just kept pushing.
The other one, I guess you're on deck when Willie gets down the count 0-2, 2 outs, nobody on, and then fouls them off. Great at bat. What was your view of that, and how important that was to set up your big moment?
He's been doing it all year. He's a true leader on and off the field. You see it day in and day out from our perspective, right? And I would say that you guys see it too. Just the presence he brings. He's always prepared in the big moment, and it kind of that motivates you if you're behind him, right? You see the type of battle he put up. And I think that kind of just led into me going up there trying to have that confidence too, just being prepared, knowing that they got to get a pitch over the plate in somehow, some way, and try to get an out. So, it starts with him. It starts with the at-bat that he put together. And like we've done all year, we just continue to fight, no matter how many outs there are. We talk about it every night, but like, win tonight. Do whatever it takes. And that's what we did.
Last row to the right.
Garrett, if you can, walk me through what's going through your mind. You know you're about to get your first step out of the game. Fans are starting to stand. They sense something big could happen when Jackson gets up. He hits one over the fence. Things start to move really quickly. Willie gets up, gets on base. Describe your heart rate as you're watching all of that happen, knowing that you're going to have an opportunity. Surprisingly,
it wasn't too high. was getting ready since about the 4th inning, just kind of staying loose and being prepared to go. Talked to Skip before the game even started, just said, stay ready. So going up there, I mean, like I said, in that situation, it's like the moment's telling you to speed up, try to do more, swing for the fences, whatever, you know, whatever you're thinking. But for me, it was just like, just attack in the zone, like try to see some, be yourself, be relaxed, pass it to the next guy. I mean, that was my mentality. I'm not trying to hit a homer there. It's a nice result, obviously, but my thought is pass it to the next guy, keep it going. Because I know, like, especially with 2 outs, we've seen it all year long. It's like 2 outs doesn't really mean anything, you know? Like, it's 2 outs in the inning, but you know once we got 2 outs, we keep rolling too. You know what I mean? We just pass it from one guy to the next. And that's just another example of that tonight. But, man, I'm just proud of this team, man. Like, we just continue to fight. Doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter how many outs, doesn't matter the situation. We're ready to go, so.
Third row to the left.
Jackson and then Garrett, can you describe the trip around the bases, what you remember of it, that emotion going around in the 8th inning on the, it's not a trot, right?
Te puede describir la emoción ese cuando, o sea, viajando la base de home a home.
Sí, la verdad yo creo que la adrenalina todavía la tengo. Fue un momento súper especial, yo creo que lo voy a recordar toda mi vida.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline is still getting to me. I think I still feel the adrenaline there, but it was a very special moment for me, and I think it's one that I'm going to look back on and remember for the rest of my life.
Can I just say same? No, I mean, just, yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely haven't come down from it yet. I mean, that was, to come off the bench kind of and have that be my first at bat. I mean, I was amped for sure. But I mean, I think in those situations too, like the first thought is looking around, seeing how excited the fans are. They're a big part of this too, you know, like the energy that they're bringing. After getting to second, going home, it was like, let's go celebrate with the team. They're all fired up. You know, it's just an exciting time. I wanted to come give him a smack because he's the reason why we got going in the first place there at the end. So they just, like I said, you root for each other. You want the best for each other. We all were out there wanting to win. And so, like I said, it's like, get through a whole season. Like, who else do you want to celebrate with? You want to be with your boys. You want to be with your team. So it was exciting.
Front row to the right.
Jackson, speaking of the crowd, I don't know if you had a moment to take in the way the noise they're making, the way the place was shaking after your homer, but do you feel the way that the city has kind of come behind you and supported you in this year?
Especialmente con la bulla que pasó después del home run, tú puedes sentir el apoyo que la ciudad de Milwaukee te ha dado este año.
Sí, no, la verdad que desde el día 1, desde el día que llegué, siempre he sentido ese apoyo, ese amor hacia mí. Y la verdad que se lo agradezco mucho a todos ellos, es que me han hecho sentir en casa y nada, súper contento y orgulloso de todo lo que hemos vivido. Y ellos han podido también vivir eso.
Yeah, definitely. I think from day one here, I felt the support and love that the city and the fans of Milwaukee have given me, and so I've always been just extremely grateful and very happy for that. And so, you know, these are moments that, you know, we get to share together, both me personally and the city of Milwaukee. So just very happy that we get to celebrate these together.